Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I've got one amendment to be moved. I move the amendment as circulated in my name.
Thank
you. Deputy Speaker, as we've heard this morning from the member for North Sydney, the government's bill, the ART bill, is actually a great improvement from the previous AAT legislation. And I have previously shared the experience of my constituents' woes with the AAT. The recurring issues that derived from their experience were the struggles with accessibility due to language barriers, costs, and the stress of waiting for correspondence without knowing if they will get a favourable outcome or not. The introduction of the ART is an expensive exercise, and it must be done right. And in considering the experience of my constituents, my proposal for this amendment is to address the lack of notification. We often get constituents coming to our office. English is a second language, and as the member for Brisbane initially mentioned about the AAT deals a lot with people from non-English speaking backgrounds. And my electorate of Fowler, where 70% of the population are born, have a parent born overseas or two parents born overseas, English is a second language. Therefore, in seeking this amendment, I'm really just asking the government to consider that people need to know, to be informed about what's happening, the decisions so they can actually plan ahead. We have people, this is about procedural fairness and basically giving people the opportunity to plan, to know what to do. And communication, as we know, is very important. The AAT is a big, now the new ART, the new executive body, is a big beast. And I appreciate the cases that the ART will face and will have to consider. But I think it's a matter of fair process to just inform the review applicant what they have to do, what they need to present to the AAT. And we've been talking about review process this morning. We've been talking about decisions being made, but are those decisions being made and are those review process being given to clients, in particular people of non-English speaking backgrounds? We make legislations in this House all the time, and legislations we made in English and predominantly, if not 100% of the time, aim and targeted towards people whose first language is English. So my hope is that in the ART, as we progress to implement this legislation, to ensure that the Tribunal is really cognizant of the needs of the multicultural communities there and those men and those who are fronting their AT. And often, as you know, when you go into these institutions, there are a lot of stress, there are a lot of fears because language is such a big barrier. And they're not to be informed about what's happening with their case adds to further stress. And as I said, my office have had so many cases of people coming to see me not knowing what the AAT's decision is. They have not heard from the AAT. They've been waiting for years, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, and a simple notification about what's required of them, or even just a notification to say, look, you've been rejected, the case is concluded. A simple notification really, I don't think, is too much to ask for the Tribunal to actually include in their decision. So therefore, I know that the Minister will stand up and reject this amendment, but I really urge the government to consider our multicultural communities in making legislations and important legislations as the ART in review, and especially in reviewing process. So thank you.